Here we go, buddy.
What?
Christ.
Huh? Visit Scarlet Hollow.
Let's see. Okay, it takes me to a different game on their website. Okay. Accessibility. We don't need any of that.
Baby.
We don't. Preferences.
Baby. What are you doing?
Full screen.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Ready, buddy?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright.
Chapter 1. The hero and the princess.
Then head off!
Path in the
I
woods,
don't need to narrate.
and at the end of that path is a cabin,
God.
and in the basement of that cabin is
Oh
a
my
princess.
god!
You're here.
I
to
know the
slay her.
narrator! This
If
is...
you don't,
Did this
it
dude
will
make
be
it?
the end of the world.
Wait, hold up. What is this game called?
Slay the princess.
This dude wrote my
Holy
and narrated my favorite fucking horror podcast that I literally pull some of the D&D stuff from. D&D stuff I do from. Holy shit.
Look at all these fucking options. Holy shit. Okay.
Bro, this guy is an actual insane.
Let me fucking play the game! Stop! Dude, this guy! What are we doing?
Just, I know the narrator. It's just sick.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
What horror thing did he do?
He did a podcast. My favorite fucking podcast of all time. That's like a story. What's it called? It's like it's like a story podcast where they tell a story over the course of a podcast. Oh, so fucking good. I didn't know he narrated this. It's so cool. Anyways.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Right?
Bro.
Right?
Oh, fuck. My ass hurts.
Hey, yo.
I need to buy. You know what I should buy with that money? A new fucking chair. I should buy like a $40 chair.
We'll silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
But you bought the mic
You'll
over
find
the chair?
princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What? What?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
I
Perched
bought
on
the
that
mic
table
before I
is
threw
a
out the chair.
pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to
Or else
do
I would
this
have bought the
right.
chair. Hello?
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not a fucking moron.
Should we go in without the blade or retake the blade?
Take it.
You take the blade from the
Always
table.
take it.
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I wonder if this will be based off of his like writing before.
The door
What a
to the
weird
basement creaks
coincidence.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Sketchy.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh god, Alex. We're terrible with manipulating women. Or
True.
manipulative women.
Continue. Just do high.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Just do
Don't be
high.
a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
Ooh,
Come on
you know what?
down.
Hey.
She's
yo.
giving me. She's giving me what's her name vibes.
You
Lenore
walk down the
vibes.
stairs and lock eyes with the
Hey!
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
She's threat to this dude.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well, if you're gonna be a bitch about it.
Nuh-uh.
Okay. You caught me. I'm here to slay you. Just don't still your nerves. Still your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Pulls out AK-47.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Hey,
She's unarmed.
yo.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Into the. I'm sorry. I don't know. You pick. I feel like Slay the Princess is gonna end it. I have to start over. Dude, I'm sorry. Can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
Oh god, the picturing of Lenore in my head. I have to do it.
The blade
What?
tumbles
Why
out
did you-
of Tremble's hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
What if she's Lenore?
Maybe now
God
we can
damn.
just talk.
Against your better
Ooh.
judgment, you step forward.
It
to
is my
speak
better
with the
judgment.
Princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What the? Are you
You
coming?
coming on to me? What are the other options?
There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. Do that one.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Bro.
What's her name? Hold on. I'm gonna
She
pull up
hesitates
past.
before
What?
answering.
You
Lenore.
can
Oh my
address
God.
me as your Royal Highness.
Oh
Her
my
Majesty.
god.
Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Lack of detail.
Why is our little finger demon fingies?
Your finger is demon face? Can I not?
Yeah,
Is it your cursor?
My cursor, yeah.
Oh, I can't see that.
Oh. Figured you'd be able to.
There's people out there who think you're going to do that one.
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that?
God.
Do you think I'm some sort of monster? If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
That yacht for one.
Oh my god.
I was hoping
you'd
you'd
tell
tell me.
Deflect?
Nah,
I do
was
love
hoping you'd tell me.
deflecting.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her.
Oh.
She doesn't have to know how
Okay.
to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the
Kitty
end of the
whiskers.
day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
That one.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
What?
How long has she been down here?
Too long.
Too long. Just like that cat. Like, I'm talking about
You
that.
can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
That niffy.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
Cut her off. Cut off her
She isn't
forearm.
suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Wait, is she actually?
Right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay,
Oh.
we've talked enough.
Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay that fucking princess, bro. Slay that puta tang.
Keep her locked away?
Examine the chains. Examine the chains.
Oh, you have to be
Nah.
kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Let me go upstairs, they're right there.
That'd be funny. Oh, I was right. Go check upstairs.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
What?
Oh,
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Uh-oh. Start sawing, bud.
Is someone else here?
You
try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
I was fucking right from the beginning. Holy shit.
What if I just do this no
like
questions
what
asked?
happens if you do that?
What if you what? Save the princess. Do it!
Against your better
What?
judgment,
Holy
place the blade
shit!
against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Look at our fingies.
Oh, yeah, bro.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long,
the
you're able
shit?
to crack through bone.
Jesus.
And she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What, the narrator's
Wait,
controlling us?
this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh,
Warn
warn
her.
her. Do it,
Stop
warn
that.
her.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Anything for you, baby girl.
I'll make this quick.
No! No!
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost
What?
clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Slay this bitch next time. Fuck her.
Can we go back?
This is the end, isn't it?
Fuck this
I'm
bitch.
afraid
What a
it
cunt.
is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
What a bitch.
What? Chapter
Oh.
2.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
What
here
the
to
fuck?
slay her.
But I died. What am I doing here?
Getting a terrible sense of deja vu. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust
The
a word out of his
skeptic.
mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right?
What the fuck?
It's going to be a
Right.
lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. That's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
The fuck?
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
If I just
A warning. Before you go any further.
be strong
She will
and
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her
Silent.
power to stop you from slaying her.
Strong
Don't
and
believe a word
strong.
she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I
What
didn't.
the fuck?
Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
What if we just walk? What if we just go? Not a word. We don't grab the weapon. We just go.
The interior of
Oh
the
my
cabin
God.
is less a cozy woodland retreat
What the fuck?
and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Don't take it this time. See what happens if you don't take
I
it
want
this
to approach
time.
the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the
Yeah.
basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to... What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
True.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was
Oh,
a mirror
the
a
fuck?
second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
True.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure?
She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that. Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world ending monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Do that one, yeah.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly
What?
that. Sweep the knife
okay.
from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you
That's
don't
what you thought
have
last
to do
time,
anything,
bitch.
but you do well to use it regardless.
So,
Moving on.
Lissai.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes
What?
with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy
What
collar
the
around her
fuck?
neck
Cutting
clanking
her free
loudly
this
as she
time.
moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall,
shit, yeah.
joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for
Wait.
cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd
Yeah,
that
that's
in
what
a
I was
place where
thinking.
everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You know what? Just fucking slay the bitch. Fuck her this time. Fuck it. Fuck it. Slay her. Slay the bitch.
Without a moment of hesitation, you charge the princess, your blade primed to deliver a lethal strike.
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
Uh-oh.
As you move to strike the princess,
Oh,
she
shit,
stands.
she's
her
squaring
chains
up.
clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Holy shit.
In an instant, they're around
Oh,
her neck,
shit.
both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Hey, yo. I'll do whatever you want, princess.
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us. Just listen to her. Do what she says. How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
I'm sorry.
Violence.
Feel your
To the-
will and refuse
What?
to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took.
No.
Your
What have
blade
we
pierces
done?
up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart. The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time.
Oh.
I should have expected you might want some petty revenge.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
She remembers.
Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again.
No!
Even if it damns us both.
What have I done? What have I done?
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved.
Oh.
Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. I don't like this. It was too easy.
Oh.
It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now. You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises? It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone. And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here. Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it. With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here. The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
Are we the prisoner
The
now?
door. Check the door.
God. Open the door and accept
cabin
your
door,
reward.
ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Oh, spaghetti.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows. But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Like hell it is.
Well, get fuck, get fuck, get fuck, get fuck, get fuck.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Blood.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose? Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that. That's all we needed to hear.
I don't have to answer that.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right? Yeah, we'll see about that.
Chapter 3. The Grey.
You're on a path in the woods. See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place. There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
What?
Oh God.
That's a little dark, buddy. You feel it? I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
I
He's
got
not
shit,
wrong.
bro.
Sentimentality won't
I'll
help
be
us
back.
here. We
Okay,
need
buddy.
scientific rigor. So it's our
Oh,
third.
shit.
What gave it away?
Do you gotta
Your
go?
open discussions. The last time we were here, you were in
Not
full-blown denial about the
Okay,
possibility of us restarting.
Yeah, I'll be back.
What changed? Have you just been pretending to forget? I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first. So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage. That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but her flesh is still softer than our blade. And now she's dead, and I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave. You already slew her, and you survived? Yes. Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why? Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward. Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy. We weren't. We were bored. You were bored. I was just unhappy. There were still answers that we needed to find. It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything. How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us? The world doesn't stay saved if you die. And if the world isn't saved, then that means she isn't dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out. We should go see her. Yes, things are different, aren't they? If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time. Her influence? What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse. Come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know? No. Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse. Sure, we've already seen what happens if we slay her. We might as well explore our surroundings, get a lay of the land. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again. Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up at the cabin, but everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? I don't know, but it feels like home. Did we do this? Is this the end of the world? Was there ever even a world to end?
What?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop here for now. Go to work. I'll continue tomorrow. What the fuck? Princess. Snow. It's different, right? Go back to the start of the stream. No, it is the same. What? What? I tabbed out of the game. Oh. What the fuck? We'll sit on